afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. All right, buckle up because this next 30 minutes is going to be a wild ride with two tough and talented women. Troy Ball, the first woman licensed to distill hard liquor in North America, has an amazing story of grit and grace. So much love and hardship behind Troy and Sons whiskeys, but I'll let her tell you about that a little bit later. First, though, I want to share one woman's courageous and ambitious story from Nicaragua. 2 weeks ago, I was in the beautiful mountains in the outskirts of Matagalpa, a lush setting with lots of tropical plants, fruit trees, coffee trees. I was serving on a medical and vision mission trip with my church, Aldersgate Methodist, and I want to share a little bit with you about that.
Señora.
San Ramon. With medical backgrounds, their primary concern is treating the sick and making sure children have the clean water, vaccinations, and nutrition they need to thrive. One of their newest projects is the Corner of Love Milk Program, which aims to serve up to 2,000 children each week in villages around San Ramon. Now think about that. We take milk for granted. It's abundant and we can grab it at the grocery store anytime. They're still $30,000 shy of their goal to implement this large-scale nutrition program, but Tanya is a force, and I think you'll see mountains. The day we shot this interview, she was seeing patients in their beautiful new plaza with electricity and indoor bathrooms, something many of the surrounding neighbors simply don't have. I wanted to know, first of all, how a woman who lived in a cosmopolitan city like Seattle became so interested in helping poor people in Nicaragua.
First, I fell in love with a Nicaraguan, and then he brought me here, and then I think I fell in love with the people here. Just so profoundly, so deeply. The first trip that we came here, there was a woman that gave birth in town on the street, and her baby was born right there in the dirt. And so Nelson took me over to go and see this baby, and it was just breathtaking. It was incredible. I couldn't believe it that it was happening right in front of my eyes, that was going on. There was, just the blood and the smells and everything, and I just thought, wow, that was 1992. So I thought, this is 1992 and this is going on. Yeah. I mean, it's like biblical times or something, that somebody could be born in such primitive conditions. So that just really touched my heart, and we went back to Seattle and had our kids, and then started thinking about, well, what can we do in Nicaragua?
You're a medic.
Yes.
You live in the mountains here in Nicaragua,
yes,
where you're at Corner of Love. And this is different from the more metropolitan Managua. It doesn't have any of the social services and whatnot.
Right.
So how did you go about establishing Corner of Love?
Okay. So first, we came to Nelson's hometown of San Ramon. And there was a lack of services, but it is a town. And so people were very, very poor and going in for services to those health centers. But there just wasn't any medicine and poor treatment and things like that. And so we started helping them. And then we realized that the real needy people were even further out. And so we went to the next village. And then I think the next year we went to the next village and just kept going a little bit farther out and started bringing teams here. And with the help of our church got going and just saw the great, great medical need. It's really huge. People need so much.
And you host how many teams a year?
Right now we're at about 28 teams per year.
You've thought the whole mission trip through before a team comes. I mean, you've got all the contacts, and so a team wants to come, and you get them plugged in.
Yes, and even though we have that many per year, but we always need more teams. We always are looking for more people to come and serve. And yes, the work usually starts about 4 to 6 months in advance. And so we send our staff out to the village. We select the villages. We work with churches, so we talk with the pastors that are going to help us distribute the tickets. And our folks go out and try to help find the sickest people, the people that need the tickets the most. And we check out the location and all that. And by the time the group comes in, we've gone through all of the processes of exonerating their cargo luggage so that we can bring those things in tax-free into Nicaragua, and licensing the doctors and dentists and nurses and things like that,
Right.
so that we're ready to go. As soon as they hit the ground, that's what we like to do. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You have your own children,
Yes.
and how did you balance your time when you were raising your family and also you're doing mission work?
Well, when they were little, it was a little bit easier because
Mhm.
we would bring them here to Nicaragua, and so they'd go to school here, whether in Matagalpa or also here in San Ramon. We got homeschool teachers and all that. But then as they got older, and then they, it's harder to miss, and they're in high school and so forth. It was tough. It was very tough because we had to be here,
Yeah.
and they were all the way so far away in Washington State. So balance has been tough over the years. And
Isn't that just true about mothers?
Absolutely.
Working mothers, whatever it seems we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're all striving for that balance.
Because there's just so many things you got to do. I mean, you're trying to get them ready for school and get them prepared and have all the things they need, We've also had a lot of help because since we're missionaries, friends have helped out, family has helped out with our kids, and sometimes it's hard to ask because we're so far away and all that, but thank goodness people have helped us, because we have 4, so
Yeah.
2 boys, 2 girls.
How many people have you helped in Nicaragua? Do you have any idea of the numbers?
Well, we usually treat about 30,000 a year, so it's been quite a few years. I think for about 9 to 10 years now, we've averaged right around 30,000 per year. Some years maybe 32, maybe 28. So it's a lot of fun.
And I want to make sure that I'm clear about this. The services that you're able to provide depend upon the volunteer teams that come?
Absolutely. Because with them, they bring 2 suitcases, 2 50-pound pieces of cargo, and we usually ship them medications, or they'll collect in their community things that we need. And of course, they bring their healthcare experience too. So
Right.
dentists doctors.
And it's easier for them to do the work here in Nicaragua on that temporary basis than if the Nicaraguan doctors were trying to.
Right. So the way we're set up, we license foreign teams, and so we've been doing that for many, many years. And we hope to someday employ some Nicaraguan doctors. We probably will. But that will be in the future for us, and then that would change how we do all of our regulation paperwork and all that jazz.
How long have you had the plaza here?
The plaza has just recently opened, and we're very excited about it. It took us about 6 years to build, and it's been about 1 year that we've been in these finished walls. So we used to work in here even when we just had a roof and dirt floor, just because we needed the space so bad somewhere. Yeah, but we're so happy now that it's done.
And yesterday we worked on dirt floors.
Yes, you did. Thank you very, very much.
And you really mean that when you say
Yes.
dirt floors, that
Yes.
you really mean dirt
Oh,
floors.
yes. Yeah, they're very, very primitive conditions. I mean, like you saw, very primitive. Yeah.
What do you want team members to remember when they leave here? What do you want Corner of Love to mean to these folks?
I want people to remember how easy it was to give love and what it felt like to get it back. Because the Nicaraguans who get the medicine and get the treatment, they're so appreciative and they really need the help. And I know that, when the Americans are here, and sometimes we have Canadians and other folks, I know that when they sit across from the table from them and hear those words from them, it doesn't go away. You keep it in your heart. And so I also hope that goes home and grows their desire to help people in need, and I think that God gives us a heart for different places, and some people have a heart for, other countries, but we want to grow people's heart for Nicaragua. We do.
If you are part of a missions team and you're interested in Nicaragua, Corner of Love would love to hear from you. Medical teams are always welcome, and there's a tremendous need for dental teams. Contact Corner of Love at the address here behind me, or go to their website, corneroflove.org. If you'd like to donate to their milk program, you can send your check to the same address. Just mark it Milk Program on the memo line. Up next, another amazing woman joins me here in the studio. Troy Ball, author of Pure Heart, a spirited tale of grace, grit, and whiskey, discussing her role as moonshine mama and mother to 2 special needs sons. Welcome back, everyone. Troy Ball is the first woman to distill hard liquor in America. She's in Asheville, North Carolina, and her company is Asheville Distilling Company. Moonshine Mama, as she's known, is the maker of Troy and Sons whiskeys. There is a special story behind the name Troy and Sons. Just wait until you hear her story of raising two special needs boys for 25 years, Marshall and Colton, along with their baby brother Luke, and at the same time pursuing her passion. So, Troy, thank you so much for coming down from Asheville and for being here today.
It is great to be with you. Thank you so much.
Well, we have a lot of fun things in store in this segment, that's for sure. Things that we haven't told you yet. And I just encapsulated everything so much. I think, as a mom myself, I know how hard it is just with children who are physically able. I cannot imagine what it was like for you to have two special needs sons, and your boys are in wheelchairs.
They are. They're both nonverbal, in wheelchairs. They require full care. So that was not what I was planning on when I was 25 years old, having my first child. And you can imagine when you have a child that's very different and requires that kind of care, it changes your whole life.
Now, did you know that they were going to be special needs before they? Okay.
No, they were sent home from the hospital as healthy, normal babies.
Right.
And then about 4 or 5 months of age, they developed seizure disorders, and they couldn't eat well, and they never learned to sit up by themselves, and they were floppy babies, kind of, you know.
Oh.
They called them failure to thrive children.
Okay.
They both are undiagnosed with a genetic disorder.
As old as they are now, undiagnosed.
I know. Can you believe that?
Wow.
It's been quite an adventure. Yeah.
But then you have your third son, Luke.
Yes,
and
Luke's adopted.
Okay,
So
Luke's
we
adopted.
were very lucky to get Luke sent home as a healthy, big, fat, red-headed baby.
Well, okay, because this makes that's cute. I'm sure he loves that.
Yeah.
So the two who are close in age were diagnosed about the same.
Well, they're undiagnosed.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you began to notice the failure to thrive.
Yes,
Okay.
at about 4 or 5 months
With
of
each
age, and they developed very differently. Marshall, my older son, eventually learned to communicate using an alphabet board.
And not only communicate, share his thoughts so beautifully.
Yeah.
He wrote a book
Yes.
20 years ago.
Yeah, this is his book, Kiss of God. And it originally came out 20 years ago. And it was an instant bestseller because he's kind of this child prodigy, sage, very sweet and enlightened person.
Wow.
Who motivates people to be better. And so Marshall was a teacher to me, even though he couldn't speak, you know.
Yeah.
So it was a struggle to raise the boys and to watch my friends grow up to be, you know, business women and doctors and judges and whatever they became.
Right.
And I was there with them because I had to be there with them.
And at one point, you had to leave Texas because of the problems with their respiration, their breathing in Texas, right?
Right. We were in and out of the hospitals forever. Living in Texas, and it just had to do with allergy season being on top of flu season in Texas, which was really difficult. And so we did a Google search of, you know, looking for the best small towns in America, and somehow Asheville came up on the list, and we moved to Asheville, North Carolina, and that was the transition point really for the boys. They got healthier, and we got a little more support for their care for the first time ever. And I found myself at nearing age 50 for the first time being able to say, gosh, you could do something.
What do
now.
I want to do? What do I want to do? And what she did was distill whiskey, moonshine. You learned about moonshine from these characters in artsy Asheville.
I know. Well, actually, in the mountains.
In the mountains.
It was the old men in the mountains, the real moonshine makers, who taught me how to make whiskey.
Okay.
And it's a long story, but I basically discovered from these guys that they were keeping the pure heart of each distillation, which is where the whiskey's clean and not contaminated with stuff that gives you headaches. And they would pull that out and save it for themselves, and they would take the heads and tails, mix it together, and sell it down the road to the fools. So, so when I realized there was such a thing as a well-made white whiskey, I thought, why aren't we making American cocktails? You know, why are all cocktails made with Russian vodka and Mexican tequila?
Right.
Not that those are bad products, but we have our own history and our own story here. And that's really what inspired me. And I remembered Ross Perot, who once said, if you want to be successful, figure out what's missing in a market and then provide that. And this white whiskey was what was missing.
And you use the white whiskey like tequila.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, or like a vodka.
Or like a vodka.
Uh-huh. Yep. And we now are on premise at Disney World, in the big resorts, and they make mountain margaritas and all sorts of things with Troy and Son. So it turns out that little idea had a lot of validity to it.
We had a lot of video that I hope you were seeing as we were talking about the boys and about the process, some of what you have to do, and how. I'm going to let you tell us more about that when we come back from the break. But I do want you to stay tuned, because you're going to be able to meet Troy Ball right here in Augusta next week. The Augusta Author Series is bringing her to the Garden City for a happy hour. Details after the break. Welcome back, everybody. Troy Ball is the founder and principal owner of Asheville Distilling Company, makers of Troy and Sons Platinum Whiskey, which you see right here, the Oak Reserve, the Blonde Whiskey, and more. Troy and Sons Platinum recently received a gold medal for moonshine, and that's the highest possible rating.
Yes.
So
Can you believe that? They told me I was crazy to want to make a good moonshine.
Yeah.
And I said, do you remember the old days when tequila was terrible? Nobody drank tequila back 20 and 30 years ago. And then all of a sudden, along came big brands that made high quality tequila.
Troy, let's dream really big. Look what just happened to George Clooney and his tequila company.
Yeah.
So maybe one day you may be looking at $1 billion company here.
Right, that's exactly right. That would be good for the family.
Well, one way that's going to help is this Disney connection you have. You're on the menus at Disney World?
Yes, I am. And
fantastic.
They've been wonderful to me. This is a gold medal winning white whiskey. And then what we have done is we've taken this same Pure Heart whiskey and we've aged it in used bourbon barrels. And the Oak Reserve has been rated 91 points, which is really nice.
Ah.
And our other brand, Blonde Whiskey, has been rated 95 points. So we're making some good whiskey in
good
Asheville.
stuff. And you can just head up the road to Asheville, and you can go to the Asheville Distilling Company. It's Friday and Saturdays at 5 and 6.
Yes,
is that right?
that's right.
And you can tour. You don't really need a reservation. Just get there a few minutes ahead of time.
Right.
And what is the tour like?
Well, you get to come into the distillery and see how we make the whiskey, and of course you get to sample everything. Mm-hmm. And you'll get to sample those two products that are not available broadly, the nectarine and the cinnamon.
Wonderful.
You might like it.
I think I would very much like the cinnamon. Yes. And I would be happy to sample all of them. That would be a good sport. Absolutely. You have a lot of great recipes on your website.
Mm-hmm. I do.
And video of making the different cocktails.
I've had a lot of fun traveling around, particularly the South, and working with bartenders and restaurant owners in different places and shooting videos of them with their creations. And so those videos are all found on TroyandSons.com.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful website. You should certainly check it out, and you'll be able to do that if you just go to our website. We'll have links set up for you. But I was saying before the break that you have a chance to meet Troy next week. You'll be back in town.
I'm looking forward to it.
Part of the Augusta Author Series.
Yes.
And you're going to be at Abel Brown Restaurant Wednesday the 19th. And this is something that you can get tickets for now. What will happen that night with the whiskey tasting?
Well, we're going to have a blast, for one thing. We'll sample 5 different whiskeys, and I'll go a little more in depth about the secrets of making great whiskey, mm-hmm. and talk some about my story and what it's been like to raise special needs children as well. So it's a diverse story. I never in my life would have dreamed I'd be a whiskey maker. In fact, fact, I grew up not even drinking.
Yeah.
So it's a strange thing, and it's an interesting story. And HarperCollins was very worried about it because they said, "Who wants to hear about a woman that makes whiskey?
Who doesn't?"
And I said, "Well, you know, the thing is, it's been fun because my story has been appealing to both men and women."
Mm-hmm.
And it's a true, authentic American story.
Well, the title of the book itself is, I just absolutely love it. It's called Pure Heart, Spirited Tales of Grit, Grace, and Whiskey. And, you know, you certainly have to have grit because you're tough and you're in what's got to be a tough male-dominated business.
It is, it is.
And you've got the grace of raising your family and of just, like you said, watching your friends kind of do their own path and follow their journey, and
Right.
you were so dedicated to your family. And even when your family struggled and you had to start over, you were there saying, I'm doing this for my family.
Yeah.
And just the name, Troy and Sons, there's so much meaning behind that.
I wanted to pay tribute to my boys, you know, because they're not able to reach out into the world and do things like most kids are. And that was a nice way to do it.
Well,
I'm looking forward to
that's-
being back here in Augusta
Well,
and meeting some of your friends.
Absolutely. Wednesday night, next Wednesday, the 19th, right here. Troy, as we said, is going to be featured at a whiskey tasting and book signing at Abel Brown Restaurant, and you can get your tickets right now at brownpapertickets.org. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Thanks for spending part of your day with me. You can find out more about Troy Ball or Corner of Love and donating to the Milk Program on our website. I'll see you next Tuesday right here at 12:30 for Jennie.